Yes, people, FJTV. So I've already done a video for today. As you can probably see or just about make out by my appearance, I'm quite sweaty. I've just come from training and I'm recording a video in a spot I've never recorded a video in, so I'm breaking pattern there. I'm at a car park of a leisure centre that's about a stone's throw from where I live and not a load of miles away from the gym I go to. But cool, I've done my Muay Thai class training session, whatever you want to call it. Got that done. I already intended in my head to get a second video for today because obviously I did the one earlier. Feel free to check that one out. Obviously it's before this one. From God to you, yeah. Was a short video, purposely a short video. I literally just wanted to channel the thought I had. Quickly made some notes that are literally, not even bullet points, but I literally wrote a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. And I said to myself, say that, say that, say that, cut the video off. Yeah, it doesn't want to be long. And I'm already a minute in. Don't know how long this video is going to be, but like I said, I'm on a car park, so I mean it's 8 PM in the evening, so I should have plenty of time. But let me not drag the video on any longer than it needs to be. I do need to wet my chops. Bear with. Cool. Now you can already see by the title, I'm not going to do this as a self-improvement vlog, as much as that was on the forefront of my mind. But as I always, not always, as I sometimes do, I've got caffeine in the system. And I've got those post-workout endorphins twinkling off. And obviously, if you know already, obviously I've been on YouTube 2 years, but if you've been watching the content for long enough, you know I talk about the meditation, the breath work, obviously linking those two. When it comes to the semen retention, the testicle breathing, or the microcosmic orbit that Mantak Chia has spoke about. Obviously, you do your own research. But obviously, conscious breaths, I'm driving after the gym. Already know I want to get another video out. Can still kind of feel like the mental side of the caffeine. Obviously, physically, I feel a bit tired. But I said to myself, cool, gonna come record this video. That's already 2 minutes gone. So without further ado, after doing that first video earlier today, I thought, let me separate the two. Yeah, and then I can bridge the gap like I do sometimes. Talking about, like I touched on in that first video, the fact that obviously in a matrix simulation, like I know, and like I've said, you already know that, yeah. I'm not saying anything new under the sun. That has been lacking today. It's been very, very cloudy in beautiful Wolverhampton / Birmingham. Going from one city to another just to train. Hey, I know, yeah, not everyone's going to understand the thought process, but let me not get on a tangent. And as I said, the fact that we're in a simulation, understanding that the fact that we are immortal souls experiencing said simulation. See, I'm going to blame it on the caffeine that I might stutter a little bit, but I know I can articulate myself correctly, so let me not let my mind go faster than my mouth. Throat chakra fully activated. As I'm saying, we're immortal souls experiencing this simulation through these physical avatars. That is why it's FJTV, which stands for Fitness Journeys TV, or television. As I've already said, Fitness Journeys, my personal training and online coaching fitness brand, which was, again, the thought before any sort of spiritual awakening. As much as, like many of you, I saw things here and there as a young child, I saw things here and there as a teenager, and slowly but surely, as this life experience, you know, more and more played out through this POV, like I said, that I'm experiencing, but I also get to interact with, yeah. And as we know, your thoughts create reality. I know you know that, yeah. Playing out like a video game because we have autonomy, but it's almost like we're sat watching a movie. And if you've seen the film Get Out and The Sunken Place, yeah, when Daniel Kaluuya, I can't even remember his name in the film. What did his mate call him? Oh, I can't even fucking remember. Brain fart. Anyway, the character, obviously when he gets hypnotised, and it's almost like his vision zooms out like a TV screen, and obviously he's falling at first. But then there's a scene where obviously he's sat in the chair, and he's got teary-eyed, and I'll get to that if my brain remembers, which it will. But he's sat in the chair, so he looks, you know, normal from this perspective, like you're looking at me. But his vision is through a small TV screen. It's alright, there's people walking past. The way I've parked, there's like a pathway that's elevated so people can easily see down. But if they see me looking a bit animated, then fuck it, doesn't matter. That's 5 minutes gone. Let me keep speed running this, yeah? As I said, when you do the meditation, you can sort of tap into that. Oh yeah, I get that feeling, like I can zoom out from this POV. Yeah, and as we know, you're going into your mind's eye, your third eye, whatever you want to call it. Like I always say, don't get hung up on the mouth noises. I've been programmed from a young age to speak the language that is the English language, yeah. As much as Americans speak English, there's different slang, there's different phrases we use, there's different accents and dialects. So sometimes not everyone can understand what I say. And I'm very self-aware that I've got a bit of an accent, and I know when I start talking quickly, and I know the fact that I've got Jamaican family members, so when they chat patois, and even sometimes I'm like, eh? And when my stepmom about a year ago, she was like, how long you know me, you still can't? And then she would say, and I was like, Kizzy, sometimes you speak fast, sorry. I didn't even mean to say, well, that's not even her real name, so hey, it's all good. But anyway, let me keep it stepping. Like, as I see 555 on the dot. Like I say, I don't always like to say that out loud in the videos, but when I clock it, you know, keeping that moving, cool. As I said, bridging the gap to the video from earlier on. Like I say with the meditation, which I did quickly before this video for about 8 to 10 minutes. I'll leave a link to the meditation I listened to. It's literally just a shamanic drumming is what it's called. But like I said, I'll leave a link in the description. Feel free to listen to it. It's only 15 minutes long. There's a 30-minute version that I normally use here and there. I've also left a link in previous videos. Feel free to go and dig for it on the channel. Called the Gyoto or Gyoto monks. And it is literally the sounds of throat singing of these Tibetan monks. I'll attempt to do it now. I can't do it without my throat feeling like it's been clawed by Wolverine. That and these literal like horns. Like I said, you know what, I'll leave a link to that one as well. I'll do the job for you. A link to 2 meditation tracks. Whatever you like to listen to when you meditate, or whether you have absolutely nothing. I've said it plenty of times. Some of the best meditations you can do is when you lock off your phone, get away from the AI, the zzz, you know, artificial intelligence, the Wi-Fi, the frequencies, the signals, as much as it's part of the simulation. But when you know, you know. And I know you know, yeah. So let me keep it going because that's 7 minutes. I don't want to drag this one out. Like I keep saying with the meditation, like I keep saying with the breath work, when you really tap in, yeah, what am I pointing to right there? That and that part of your skull, your cranium, that part is called what? Shout it out. Your temple. So you don't need to go to an external temple. You can if you want, no matter what you believe in, nothing but love, yeah? But when you go to your inner temple, yeah, and you close these external eyes and you go into your mind's eye, your third eye, your pineal gland, like we already know, I know you know, yeah? Like I said, when you close these and mute out the external world, and obviously, yeah, I mean, feel free to plug your ears if you want. But you mute out the entire exterior, yeah? This 3D, almost like imagine a dome around you and there's nothing but empty space and you're just floating in a vacuum. Obviously you can still breathe, duh, but you're floating in a little ball of energy, or however you want to picture it, yeah? And again, you can go into, as my mate said the other day, go into the mind palace, yeah? But literally, because you're going into your inner world, your inner temple. And you already know you can visualize your perfect life, manifest whatever you want. But as I'm talking about, you can also, if you want to talk about past lives, now first and foremost, little caveat to that, we still have a understanding of personal bias. But if you know what I know, which I know you do, because we're the same essence of creation at the highest level. But you can almost tap into those genetic memories. And if anyone's played the Assassin's Creed franchise, you already know. So first and foremost, that again was a little synchronicity of my awakening. The same way I'm getting goosebumps right now. I remember so vividly playing the first Assassin's Creed game on my Xbox 360. And I remember going to school the next day, when one of my boys, because of course my friend who I've known since nursery, when we were 3 years old, of course he got the game before me. I'm going to get deep on that. But he got the game before me and he was like, oh, you got to get Assassin's Creed, ask your mum to get it, yeah. And obviously I was like, I'm going to have to wait till Christmas or my birthday. Well, his birthday is December, so I'm pretty sure he said, oh, ask for it for Christmas. So eventually when I got the game, eventually when I played the game, I remember going to school, talking to him about it. He's like, oh yeah, bro. And I remember saying to him, I was like, don't you think, like, it's crazy that, like, obviously your family tree, you got your mum and your dad and their mum and their dad, and their mum and dad, and their mum and dad, and we can keep going on that tangent. I was like, eventually, your bloodline goes back to that same time period. And this is, again, another beautiful synchronicity when, of course, I say that and I'm met with, huh? So I try and explain it a little bit better. What year was the game out? I'm pretty sure the game was out 2009. So I would have been, what's 2009 plus 3? 12. I was either 12 or 13. So I'm a teenager at this point, yeah? But, yeah, again, I'm met with, huh? And again, another synchronicity, years later, one of my boys who I've known for a few years at this point and comes to the same Muay Thai gym as me, because he literally said to me, you know what, Josh, from doing pad sessions with you in that gym, which direction is it from me? Oh, it doesn't really matter, but over there in Wolverhampton, I'm saying I'm going to join a gym all the way in Birmingham. He was like, yo, I'm coming with you, because what we've done on the pad sessions, how I felt and getting the knowledge, and you're saying you're still a student of the game, and you're saying, come with me and you'll learn from, I was going to say learn from the masters, but yeah, literally, bruv, yeah. Then cool, is what it is. But he said to me, quite a while ago, but when he said to me, and I was literally like, bruv, this is what I'm saying, yeah? He was like, because I mentioned Assassin's Creed. And he was like, do you think maybe us two literally, like, knew each other back then and we were part of the Assassin's Creed order? And we started talking about that, and I've spoke about that on an older video, and I know I can feel myself getting on a tangent. But when he said that, I was like, bruv, literally, I was like, do you get what I'm saying? He was like, all right, calm down. And I'm like, nah, but you get what I'm saying? He was like, yeah. And obviously we had the conversations, we made the jokes. But again, after all that tangent, I apologise if you're not familiar, at least bare minimum playing a little bit of the Assassin's Creed games. As much as they got a bit shit after a few years, but I'm not going to get deep on that. The game, obviously, you're Desmond, you're a character, you're plugging into the Animus. Of course, the way he does it, he just lies down. Of course, it's similar to The Matrix, which was out 10 years prior, 1999. And you go into your genetic memories and you play, and obviously the idea of a video game, you get to do it, but he's, in theory, experiencing the events. Obviously, when they did the film with Michael Fassbender, he was plugged into something where his physical body's still moving around, yeah? Having said all of what I've just said, I appreciate it was quite a long-winded tangent, but now I've got all of that out, yeah? I don't even care that all the ballers are coming around me next to the football cages. Everyone's going to their cars, driving past. I don't care who watches. I don't care who sees me in that van, who was looking at us. Just, it's all good, nothing but love, yeah? Let me keep it going, even though I've got dry mouth. Understanding this idea, like I said, with the meditation. See how I'm bridging the gap like I always do. There's been plenty of examples over the years. Like I said, this awakening process, keyword process, because it's never done. It's never finished. You never a finished product, of course not. Constant evolution, constant growth. That again, you got to put the effort in, but ultimately, on the deepest level, it's effortless because I'm living it out anyway, yeah? So on the one hand, in theory, I'm just experiencing this with the illusion of free will. However, because we understand duality, we understand the yin and the yang, we understand the demiurge. What does demi mean? What does a demigod mean? Go on, shout it out, because I know you know. Demi meaning two, or meaning half and half in Greek. I'm sure some smart ass will know the exact perfect etymology of the word. But you get what I'm saying, yeah? We understand its duality. So really, there's, you know, I saw 1333. I apologise. That's another 333. But let me keep it going. On the one hand, free will could be perceived as an illusion and, it's going to happen anyway. But you still get to live your life, bro, yeah? And on the other hand, I have direct control every single second of every single day, yeah? Down to the very... yeah. So cool. And again, free will isn't an illusion. You have a choice, bro, yeah? As much as, like I said, on the highest, deepest level, the ultimate source of creation, like I spoke about in my video earlier today, God, the universe, the oversoul, your highest self, even though I believe your highest self is still a fragment of that, because we've all got our highest selves, yeah. Again, you could look at it as like a pyramid, yeah? The same way, you already know what I just done then, yeah? Of course, many of us saw that symbol back in the day and it was like, the Illuminati, and again, that's a rabbit hole, and it's a dead end if you're not careful, yeah? Because, again, too many people, like I say, get hung up on the conspiracies, and then everything's a conspiracy, and then there is no, you know, positivity. It's all negative at the, you know what I mean? They're just like, their positivity is, so you just gotta get on with it, bro, and fuck them. And it's like, yeah, no, I get that. I get that energy, literally. But isn't that liberating? To know, so I'm connected to the most beautiful, divine, loving part of creation. And them over there, they're the darkness. That is still part of that up there, but obviously that's at the highest level. And that's the yin and the yang. But really, we're in the system of duality. So there is still the singularity that created everything. And as I said in that other video, we're directly connected to. But on a step down from that, let me finish the video because that's 15 minutes and I've got a specific point I want to make in this one, yeah? Tapping into, like I said, like I made that point with the Assassin's Creed games, whatever, your genetic lineages and your past lives. Now again, I get it. I'm never going to bother extending an olive branch if people don't believe what I'm talking about, because you're watching this, and if you're 15 minutes in at this point, I've said something that resonates. And of course it resonates for every single one of you individuals watching this, the hundreds of thousands of views that this is going to get. Speak it into existence in the present tense. Hey man, speak it in the past tense. It's already got 1,000 views. How about that? As I see 1551 on the timer. I'm not going to do it anymore if I see the numbers. Yeah, I'll just go. But we already understand the idea of reincarnation, and it isn't just, oh, reincarnation and oh, I've got to do it all over again. You chose to come here. I'm not going to act like I got all the answers, but when you meditate, when I meditate, we can tap in to, like I said, the ultimate source of creation, but even on a step down from that, your immortal soul within, that of course has all the answers, or at least on some level has enough answers. The same way in this simulation, I can go to a theme park. For my UK people, if I use the example, Alton Towers, I know what happens if I go on this roller coaster. I know I'm safe and nothing bad can happen. Obviously, we know what happened in, I think, 2013. But, you know, I'm going to get on this ride. It's going to go up there, up there. I can see the track, yeah? But I know no matter what, I can watch people doing it. I can hear them going, ah, woo! Some people, ah, get me off. Yeah? But I'm still going to do it, and I'm queuing, I'm in the queue. Oh, you might be going on with your friends, yeah? Like I said when my boys like, you reckon? Oh, of course we were, bro. Doesn't have to be them, or them, and them. But you feel the people around you, and when you see it in their eyes, let me get a bit, not too close, but you see it in people's eyes, and you're like, yeah? Like when people are like, ah, maybe we met in a past life. And obviously some people talk about that from the you know, loving sexual relationships with the opposite sex or whatever. Yeah, I'm not going to say too much. It's 2024, yeah? I'm all about the love, yeah? See how they can't get me if I say that, you get me? Yeah, but obviously cool, let me keep it going. Don't want to drag the video out. We know what happens when I get in this roller coaster. I'm going to experience it through this POV. The thing's going to come on, the safety harness. I'm all good, lads. Like with this fucking, put the seatbelt on. Woo, here we go. And then no matter what happens while I'm on there, eventually I get to get off, yeah? And I got the experience. And then no matter what happens, no matter if I started crying because I got scared, no matter if I was crying and then I felt a euphoric feeling, no matter if I felt the most amazing, oh my God, almost orgasmic. I'm not going to get deep on that, but hey, take the gal on the log flumes, eh? Hey, that's a joke. Let me not. No matter what happens, when I get off, I can turn to my friends and go, that was fun. Or one of them are like, I'm never doing that ever again. You can't force me. I'm never doing that again. But no matter what, you can go, oh, that weren't too bad. I'm going to do it again. Or maybe in 5 years' time, your friend that was like, never again, they might be like, should we go Alton Towers? We had so much fun. You hated it at the time. Yeah, but, you know, it weren't that bad. That's like these life experiences. Now, to keep going on that point, I'm not even going to say what I'm thinking as I look at the timer. But I'm not going to say you chose your exact life trajectory from start to finish, so there is no free will, like I said earlier. See how I always bring it full fucking circle. But at the very least, you said, you know what? I'm going to experience this time period through that avatar and whatever happens along the way. But I want to learn these specific things or these specific experiences that would naturally happen in that life period, in that time period. I'll use the Assassin's Creed as an example. I want to experience the Vikings and I'm going to be the mother that gives birth to a Viking chief. I want to experience the Egyptians. I want to see the pyramids. Your friend next to you, like I said, external to the simulation. I want to be that pharaoh, and then me and you're like, but you're going to be on that side and you're going to actually be against me. Yeah, fuck it, it's part of the simulation. It's not real. We're going to get to experience it. Through my own meditation and what I've 100% tapped into, and again, we can call it bias, we can call it, but Josh, you know, but putting the devil's advocate to one side, purposely saying to myself, this is again the intention, and let me see what happens. Doing a specific meditation, and I've happened to do it a couple of times, and I've seen the synchronicities. And this was back in 2020 specifically, when I said to myself, let me do this meditation. Purposely saying, you know, past lives, but give me some wisdom. Give me the wisdom as if I was sat in front of a shaman or a wise man, and it's like thousands of years ago in the simulation or external to it, and I want to sit down and I want to, yeah, give me the answers, even though obviously they'd speak a different language and I'm going to speak English. And I'm not even going to get on the tangent, but look up where the English language came from. Yeah, it's an evolution of all these other, yeah, you get me? Cool. And I said, you know, just give me the wisdom, because there is no ultimate language. Ultimately, you're just going to give me the information through my own thoughts and understanding, yeah? Did the meditation, done it a multitude of times since then. And the craziest, most lucid, and this was with no substances in me, yeah? I was smoking weed at the time, but I said, you know what, let me do this sober. And I'll happily admit, but the weed's in your bloodstream. You know when you're stone sober after a good 8 to 12 hours sleep, yeah? No caffeine in the system. No, nothing. I just drank a bit of water, a couple of hours into the day, and I said, you know what, before I break my fast, you know, breakfast, first meal of the day, let me do this call. Did it. Was able to tap into it. I've been able to tap into it since. Got into such a deep, lucid feeling where it was real, and I ceased to be Josh. I forgot Josh even existed, and I realised I was the wise man. Now, first and foremost, I know that sounds, but you know what, I'm not even going to talk to the potential. And I'm not even going to manifest it, bro. Let me keep speaking to you, because I know I'm 20 minutes in. Let me wrap this video up. I'll finish this and I'll lock off the video at 25 minutes. How about that? Yeah, cool. Let me finish this point. You can already see how long the video is, but cool. Opening my eyes. Or, you know, in here, opening my eyes. Looking at a fire. Seeing all the faces of the tribe. Realising I was the wise man. Feeling how tight my face was, because I knew I didn't even need to see my reflection. I knew I was covered in face paint, because I seen the paint on some of the other people. Realising I'm the wise man. Realising I'm the one that these people come to, and I'm experimenting with different things I find in the forest, and making sure, okay, don't eat that because you'll start shitting your pants. Don't eat that because you'll have a weird psychedelic feeling, and you don't need to experience that until you're old enough. Eat that, only the warriors, male or female, eat that because you will get some sort of thing. I know some people are like, magic mushrooms, but you already knew about that before doing the meditation. Whatever, bro. This is just how I experienced it. And this is a fragment. This is one example that I'm articulating right now, and I'm channeling through my own memories that aren't even that, because your brain is an antenna. Yeah, like your heart, like your lungs. It's all part of the simulation. It's all part of this infrastructure that you use to experience the external and the internal world. But my immortal soul is what animates this vessel. And I know you know that, yeah? Whether you know that already, whether I've said it and you already knew it, whether I've said it and you're like, oh yeah, thank you for articulating that for me, I already know that, thank you. Yeah? And like I said, in this meditation, the craziest thing, and as soon as I was like, bang, I snapped out of it. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm Josh again. Oh, no, let me write this shit down, yeah? But that's more than enough. I'll leave the video there. Just quickly to finish that point, through these memories, and I'm not going to act like I got some crazy levels of, yeah, so because of that, guys, yeah, ask you, could, yeah, Josh, and nah, bruv. You have to have these experiences, A, to understand different moments of your life, B, to understand how can I extrapolate from that information. But you know what the best thing is, and I've said it in all the videos, the best thing